know if you want to sing. Sing it out. Let me know. At last, my love has come along.
Oh.
My lonely days are over. God bless, ladies. God bless. And life is like a song. Oh, yeah, yeah. At last, the skies above.
At last. Yes, friends, at last. It's James Kalm, your half-assed reporter, the guy on the bike, and we are back after a long summer hiatus. And we are on the Lower East Side early in September, and we're going to take a little warm-up cruise to see some shows, or try to see some shows that are opening the new season. One of them is by this lady, Sharon Louden, and we're gonna check out the show here. Signs and Symbols. I think it's 102 Forsyth Street. Oh, and here's the other partner in crime, Hrag Vartanian.
Yo! Welcome, welcome!
Does this have a title?
It's called Origins.
Origins.
Yep, and you come to the back room. Yep, come to the back room. Though only 3 people are allowed at a time. Come on in.
Has any balloon popped?
Oh, you have
Yes.
You got
Believe it or not, it's 250 balloons.
250. Wow.
2.10 exactly.
Okay.
Oh wow, this is starting to go.
Up.
This is starting to
That
go
wasn't
lower.
my
They're
fault.
starting to come out. They were like much higher. So these are like Sharon's drawings from some of the drawings from 1998 to 2004. And so
Okay.
I curated them this way. And yeah, this is the iteration, the second iteration of this project. So the first one was at the Sharp Lentis tube.
So this is all Sharon's work.
That is Sharon's
And then the
drawings.
environment is your curatorial gesture.
And also this. All this is a collaboration.
The top.
Yep, all these.
So tell me about, weren't you guys also on some kind of an artist in residency program where you
Oh, we were
Kind of
teaching at Chautauqua.
teaching at Chautauqua?
Institute.
Did some of this come together at that point, or was this all?
Well, no, it actually
independent?
started at Sharp
Have a good
Lentis.
night of you.
Okay.
When Sharon decided she didn't want to do solo work for a while.
That's
And
down in
so-
Dumbo, right?
Yep. And then so we sort of collaborated. And sort of that came. Well, that was a 10-month collaboration that came out and was an installation. And then this was only a week, so it was a new iteration of that. And that one was more about the past. This one's much more about the present.
You know, it reminds me of Duchamp's string piece.
A little bit, exactly.
You gotta work to get to the art.
Or like Frederick Kiesler's.
Yeah.
Or Andy Warhol's silver balloon
That's right.
pieces.
Or Kusama, or I mean, there are all these
Yeah,
different
a lot of
kinds of
nice
references.
yeah.
But then it's also like, for me, it also just evokes these kind of pinball balls.
Yeah.
You know, and these sort of
Sweet.
like this sort of playful, and the kids, of course, love it when they've
I
been
love
coming
it.
in.
I feel like a kid just being
Right?
in.
You know, and then sort of like all these spaces, and then we'll have events in the front, and
So
you know,
events
sort of-
take place during the.
yeah, so these balloons have all come out of this back room, believe it or not.
Oh.
So they were not actually, so we're still trying to figure out, because as you're sort of, people coming in waves.
I like the way that the colors and things are reflected off all of the silver in there. I got another question for you, Hrag. How do you find time to do this when you're also editing and publishing
You don't
hyper-allergic?
sleep. You don't sleep. But that's all right, because, you know, and honestly, no, the truth, these sort of projects are what sort of like give you a little
I
bit of
have to go,
energy
Hrag.
to keep
Right.
going.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, I
Great to
interrupted.
see you.
I'm
No,
sorry.
don't be.
You have to say goodbye. Okay.
Come on, you know that. Why do you do so many projects?
Oops. Right. I was gonna step on this poor lady under the
You guys look
balloons.
so comfortable. I didn't want to. Like,
We're the best seat in the house.
Silver lining.
Okay. All right, some people snort coke. Hrag recommends that you do art instead. There's Sharon. There's Sharon down.
I'm so jealous.
Okay. Jumped on for a second. Tell me about the project.
It's a celebration of our friendship and collaboration, as if you would make something out of the intangible in a physical space that embodies a lot of joy and love.
And we saw your drawings that Hrag said he curated to wear in the back room.
Yes, they came from
1998 till recently?
2001, I think.
2001.
They're from.
So you were doing this when you were like 2 or 3 years old? Is that how it worked out?
Oh, yeah. So I'm sorry, Sharon.
They're from my archives.
Okay, I'll let you get back to
From my archives.
your bubble friends there. That was a little view of the show titled Origins? Is
Yeah,
that? Origins.
Thank you so much.
Here at Sign and Symbols, is that it? 102. 102 Forsyth Street. We're going to try to run on and catch some other stuff. Stay tuned.
And life is like a song.
Okay, well, we went around the corner and up the street to Orchard Street. And we're gonna try to pop in here at Mackenzie and see if we can get some views of some paintings by Gary Petersen. Excuse me.
All right, Coral, we're ready.
Oh man, it is loud in here tonight. I may have to come back if I want to take a more in-depth view of this and say anything that can be heard. Because it is so loud in here tonight, I think I'll just get some views of the paintings. Maybe make a few stray comments. I've covered a couple of Gary's other shows. I think one of the reasons that I'm attracted to his work is that he's one of the great colorists that is working here in New York these days. This piece is titled Split Screen. 64 by 84 inches. This is out of hand. Acrylic and oil on canvas. Now I was talking about Gary being a great colorist, and I think the other side to that is that he's also a very subtle colorist. You can see his use of these very zippy colors, the magentas and the fluorescent yellows, but there's also a layer of very subtly modulated kind of grayed out forms in the background. Okay, we'll try to squeeze in and get some views of this piece. It's titled Nowhere Near. 60 by 48, acrylic and oil on canvas. And I'm not sure, but I think that maybe in the last couple of years, Gary has started using oil paint, and yeah, some of this I think is even maybe squeegeed in with a palette knife or something. one is listed as just acrylic, I think, yeah. As I was saying, I enjoy Gary as a colorist, but I think the other thing that a lot of people appreciate is his formalism. A lot of this is geometrical abstraction, but I think that Gary's got a kind of an interesting coloristic sense of humor, if I could call it that. And I think there's a great play with the ideas of geometric abstraction. I guess there was a little group of artists that were kind of picked out a couple of years ago known as pop abstractionists, and people were categorizing people like Jonathan Lasker in that group, and I think you could almost say that Gary is kind of a pop abstractionist. We're only going to look at one or two more pieces, and then we're going to scoot over and see some other stuff. This piece is titled Wonderlust, 2018 acrylic and oil on canvas, 60 by 44, so that's 5 by 4 feet. Well, I was also thinking this is a nice show to kick off the new season with kind of ebullient and joyous. Okay, I'm not going to mess with the crowd back here. This has been a look at Gary Peterson's Just Hold On here at McKenzie on Orchard Street. Let's roll on. Boy, it's about 10 minutes to 8, which is closing time. We'll see if we can make it in here. To Gallery Richard for a Reiner Gross exhibition. There's the artist, Reiner Gross. Hey, Reiner, good. I'm going to run in. They won't, if I run around and look at the show, they won't kick me out, will they? No, they won't. Okay. Thank you. Well, that's the best way to look at the show. This is the only place I've been where I can actually see the artwork. Yeah, I can see the artwork. I'll make this fast.
40 years or more.
Yeah. Reiner got me a job working with Larry Rivers, one of the great experiences of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
The 70s.
Damn. You know him.
Well, early 80s.
I just wrote an essay for a retrospective at the Olympic Museum that's happening in Germany next.
No kidding. Larry's going to have a retrospective. It's about time. Yeah, do that.
It's exciting. I mean, it's a great moment.
Okay, this group of paintings are titled Contact Paintings.
Contact paintings video will be online, so
I hope I see you tomorrow night.
I know, yes.
Abstract things, flowers, giant.
Okay.
Flowers. It takes a lot to draw me out, but and contact is good too, right? We
This is
want to
great.
do with other
Yes.
with other life forms. We want to make contact.
Well, we want to make contact with ourselves.
So the idea behind the paintings is that, and the reason that these are all diptychs is that
One makes the other.
Reiner takes the paintings and sort of smushes paint on both sides and mixes in
That's what I
pigment and various things and then smushes them together and peels them back.
Rorschach.
There's some new ones in the back where it's also about human intervention.
Human intervention. That sounds odd.
Good hand, Mr.
Thank you.
It's called Ferret Twins. close down here pretty soon. They're probably exhausted like I am, so I'm just going to scoot over these and take a quick look. I would say that, well, I've been following Reiner's work, like he said, for about 30 years. I've watched him go from a kind of conceptual pop, be kind of like Kippenberger and Larry Rivers and various kinds of pop things mixed together, through some other more conceptual things, and he's been doing these, the contact pieces, for probably the last 15 years. I've also commented or made note of a sensibility. Maybe it doesn't quite add up to a total art movement or anything like that yet. This is Lindner Twins, 2018, 40 by 72, oil and pigments on canvas. Well, I was talking about the material painters, and I think Reiner would be in that category. We also saw a show here at Gallery Richard with a guy I appreciate named Dennis Hollingsworth. Who also is doing a lot of work that kind of plays with the idea of what pigment is, what paint is, how you apply paint. It's called Cartage Twins. This is 30 by 52. Well, the other part to this is if you kind of look at the diptychs and imaginarily kind of fold them together in your mind and then peel them apart, you can see where there are kind of mirrored images of the forms. Also, yeah, it's interesting that it seems like one side has a more almost like an elephant hide texture, and the other side is much grainier. Okay, well, we'll just kind of scoot through here. This is what Reiner was looking at. He said this has got the human intervention. It's titled Double Twins. So we've got these kind of fat gestural strokes, and then he's doubled this up, so, okay. So not only does he flip them from left to right, maybe he does top to bottom as well on some of these as far as the flipping goes. It's a beautiful little diptych. Oh, this is new. It's titled Impression and Stroke, Nagasa. So we've got his contact painting, and then he's got some nice chunky slathers of oil paint. Oil and pigment on canvas, yeah. This is 31 by 27, and we're just going to take a quick sweep of the back room. Oh God, that's got some great, very subtle tones. A lot of this looks like something from a old peeling wall. This is titled Renzel Twins 1, 2019. This is 80 by 120 inches. Gosh, I kind of like the little blooms. And they do almost have the character of some kind of mineral outcropping or a mineral precipitations of something. Impression and line. It's 94 by 94. So this is 4 panels. Okay, we got some nice color things happening. And just as a fellow painthead, I would be interested to watch Reiner make these paintings. There's a lot of funny stuff happening here. I'm looking at the little pointillism in there. Motion twins. Also, I'd be interested to know how these things hold up over 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Impression and stroke. Well, this is a whole new direction. Oil and pigment on canvas. Okay, so he's simplified his background quite a bit, and nice chunk of paint in there. Okay, so this does go back to a kind of a more of the material painting things of someone like Jonathan Lasker, maybe Nicholas Distavia. Oh, this is a beauty. Impression and stroke. What's your comfort costing you? 2013 to 17. 40 by 36. We're going to wrap up looking at this piece. I actually like the contrast of the off-white with the crumbling, peeling surface, and then these nice chunky shots of yellow and white. Okay, so this has been James Kalm, giving you the 2019 fall season opener warm-up. Tonight we visited exhibitions by Sharon, Louden, Hrag, Vartanian at Sign and Symbol, Gary Petersen at Mackenzie on Orchard Street, and we're wrapping up here with Gallery Richard and Reiner Gross contact paintings. You can like this, share, recommend it to your friends, link it up to all your social media sites, and you can leave your thoughts, ideas, comments, criticisms, and reviews below. And again, we're going to start out for I think this is our 15th season. All we ask is that you please say, thank you, Kate. Oh, that was fantastic. Fantastic, thank you. That was great.